The following is a presentation of 912 Sports. Welcome to On Air with 912 Sports, your number one source for high school sports. With Sean Smoke, Kevin Price, and Robbie Ross. On Air with 912 Sports is brought to you by Coastal Pines Technical College. Go Coastal. Prime South Bank. Find your prime. Robbie Robertson Ford, because Fords are cheaper in the swamp. Gibson Animal Clinic, practical solutions with limited fees. Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, the region's best orthopedic care. And Kim Smoke, licensed realtor with eXp Realty.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robinson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Okay, sports fans, try this on for size. 3 undefeated regular seasons in the last 2 years, a defending state champion, and 7 state titles between the coaches on the field. I'd say that was some pretty salty competition. Welcome, sports fans, and thanks for watching On Air with 912 Sports. I'm Sean Smoke, publisher of 912 Sports, and I had the opportunity to cover the 7-on-7 hosted by the defending 5A state champion Ware County Gators this past Tuesday. 5 other teams were in attendance to spark a little competition and to get better for the upcoming 2023 season. We had on hand Atco, which is a single A team, Fitzgerald, double A, Bradwell, 5A, Brunswick, 6A, and Camden, 7A. So we had a good mix of classifications there for the 7-on-7 there at Ware County High School this past Tuesday. Coming into the 2023 season, the Camden County Wildcats, the expectations are really high for the Wildcats, but here is what Coach Herron had to say about his Wildcats in the upcoming season. Welcome, sports fans. We're here with Coach Jeff Herron, head coach of the Camden County Wildcats. They're over here at the Ware 7-on-7. And, Coach, you and I talked a little bit earlier. This kind of ain't your guys' cup of tea, but talk a little bit about what you hope to get out of the 7-on-7 today.
Well, we're getting some conditioning. That's good. We're getting forced out of our comfort zone a little bit, going against somebody different. But, we also found out we got a lot of work to do. We are not very good right now here on June 10th or whatever this is. But 13th, I guess. But, I'm encouraged. We've got some good skilled kids that we brought over here today, and, their effort's good. So that's good. We can go back and fix mistakes, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Good. Let's talk about some of the guys on the offensive side of the ball that you got returning that you guys are going to be relying on this year.
Well, start with running backs. Jamarlee Riddle and Shamarion Gibbs and Jaden Daly are all back. And quarterback Mason Robinson's back. And we've had a move in, Elias Williams. It's certainly going to help us. And we've got a lot of depth. We got guys behind those running backs and stuff that I mentioned, and quarterback receivers that can play as well. So again, they've been young kids. We've been playing them for 2 years, and so now they're seniors and should be ready to go.
Exactly. Well, let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball. I know you got a big defensive end that's returning. You talked about the move in there, but talk a little bit about those guys.
Well, the Nigel Cooper's the defensive end you were talking about, I guess. And
yes, sir.
Elias may play a little defense for us too. He's just such a good player. Our defensive line is playing really well right now. A lot of those kids, they played last year. But some of those same skill kids I mentioned are also in the secondary. And we've got to kind of get a little bit more depth there and get some young kids to come through. But, Jamarlee Riddle and Shamarion Gibbs can play for anybody in the country. And, we're experimenting a little bit right now, corner and some other places. But Cooper Thornhill's back at linebacker. He had a great year for us last year. So, certainly, I think we're further ahead this summer than we were this time last year. But we're certainly not to where we need to be destination-wise.
Exactly. Well, Coach, appreciate your time today. We'll let you guys go get better, and we'll catch up with you later on in the season.
Thank you.
The Brunswick High Pirates went undefeated in the regular season for 2022. And second-year head coach Garrett Grady is optimistic about the upcoming 2023 season. Coach, you guys are over here at the Ware 7-on-7 today, getting a little bit better, but I've been watching your quarterback, JR, looking really, really good. But let's start with that side of the ball. What do you kind of hope to see from your offense today at a 7-on-7?
Yeah, well, first of all, we appreciate Coach Strickland and Ware County for having us out here today just to get some work in. I think it's important, we get to see some competition and go against some really good guys and really good teams today. But offensively, we're just trying to work on our pass game and working on our concepts and everything that we do. And I like what I see right now out of our quarterback and receivers, and we're just going to try and continue to get better this summer. And then talking about the defense side of the ball, we got a lot of personnel things that we're working on, and on and off the field. Talking about our nickel defense, our dime defense, and different coverages, and they're doing a good job communicating, and our coaches are doing a great job of coaching our guys up and correcting them and getting them better.
And we'll talk about JR, but also let's talk about your receiver, TJ Mitchell, coming back a 912 all 912 sports team receiver from last year. We were on the preseason team again this year. Seeing good things from him out today.
Oh yeah, I mean they got a great bond, a great relationship working together on the field, and I mean you can see it. They're in sync right here today, and TJ's having a heck of a summer. He's working really hard in the weight room and trying to put a few more pounds on him, but can't catch him in a phone booth, and he's great to have, and I'm glad he's a Pirate.
You've talked a little bit about your coaches. Coach Tedder's back for your defensive coordinator, seeing him out here coaching. How important is it to keep that continuity, Coach, going into this year?
Oh, it's so important. I think, the more that we stay together and develop not only as a team but as a staff, and it's more comfortable for our kids, and they know the expectations, they know the bar is set, they know what we're doing on defense, what we're doing on offense. So the continuity is definitely something that we got to sustain at Brunswick High School. And when you got good coaches, they get great opportunities to go other places, and that's part of the game. So,
all right. Well, Coach, appreciate your time today. You guys go get better, and we'll catch up with you later on in the season.
All right, thank you, Sean.
Thank you, buddy.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
Bradwell Institute was a young team in 2022, but Coach Deshaun Brock has confidence in his returning starters. Things are looking up in Hinesville as the Tigers prepare for the upcoming season. Welcome, sports fans. We're here with Coach Deshaun Brock, head coach of the Bradwell Institute Tigers. Coach, over here at the Ware 7-on-7, talk a little bit about what you're hoping to get from you guys today.
Just trying to get a little bit better. Got some young guys that need some reps so we can get ready going to this next season, trying to improve upon last season.
Talk a little bit about you guys returning on offense. You got anybody coming back that you're going to be relying on?
Yeah, we're going to rely heavily on Elijah Thurman on the offensive line. Also, Tyron Jones, outside receiver, him and Bryant Thomas. And then the second-year quarterback, C.J. Garrett. Looking for him to do big things back there, controlling the offense, and make sure we are where we need to be.
Let's switch over to the defensive side of the ball. Who's going to be some of your heavy hitters this year?
We're going to be relying on Davion Banks inside that linebacker. We're going to be relying on some senior leadership in the secondary with Jedi Prince and also Jaleel Bryant, Jabari Neal back there, some returning guys who had a lot of playing time, and also like a Tyon and Brian were playing both sides of the ball back there in the secondary as well to try to give us some look.
Well, Coach, good to see you guys over here today. You guys get better over the summer. We'll be catching up with you throughout the year.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. It's going to be hard to top a perfect 14-0 season capped off by a 5A state championship. But unfortunately, that's the task at hand for head coach of the Ware County Gators, Coach Jason Strickland. Of course, all eyes right now are who's going to replace starting quarterback from the 2022 season, Nico Smith, and here's the coach's thoughts on his quarterbacks. Welcome, sports fans. We're here with Coach Jason Strickland, head coach of the Ware County Gators, the state champion Ware County Gators. And, Coach, you guys had a big 7-on-7 today. I got 6 schools here counting yourself, but talk a little bit about this event.
Well, it's something we're trying to do every Tuesday this summer and get guys out. I think there's pretty close to 300 kids here today, and it's a lot of fun. Chance to compete against some really good schools and really good talent running around out here.
Well, I guess, Coach, everybody on Gators fans' mind anyway, what's the quarterback situation like with Nico deciding to move back to Florida? Talk a little bit about that. Who's in the mix and what you guys are doing to try to find out who's that number one is.
Well, right now number one's Luke Hooks, and he's so far he's had a heck of a summer and had a really good day today. But Slade Sweat and Ansel Clark are both those kind of next couple of guys, and we're excited about what each one of those bring to the table. They're going to push Luke, so nothing's set in stone yet. But you could tell Luke has played at a different speed with some different guys going through last year, and the amount of reps he got with those varsity guys. So he's looking real sharp. He's ready for the moment.
Well, Coach, and everybody knows about the two-headed monster in the backfield. You got 2 great running backs coming back. Talk a little bit about those guys.
Well, I mean, especially early on, I'm sure we'll do a lot of leaning on those guys. R.J. Boyd, Dejon Dennis. Dejon's actually at a camp at Sanford University today. But both of those guys are going to be integral to what we had. I mean, both over 1,000 yards last year, and if we're going to have the type of success that we want to have, they're going to have to both be over 1,000 yards again this year. So, we feel good about it. We got to get some guys on the offensive line back healthy, Charvon, Pierre, and Zeke Carter, and we get those guys back, and they're progressing along really good, and Miss Jen's working well with those. We get those guys back, we'll feel good about ourselves.
Let's look over to the defensive side of the ball. Who are some of the guys coming back you're going to count on there?
Well, last year we're probably more of a linebacker-centric group. This year we're going to be more D-line. We got a group up front that has had a heck of an off season and picked up several offers. Obviously Demetrius Baldwin has got the most experience over there. Jamar Burden has had a heck of an off season, and then you start looking at Mon Smith and Marquand Washington. I mean, those 4 guys are going to be the kind of the catalyst for our defense. Jaden Jones is 14 game experience. He could probably play any position and might be the best guy at all of those positions. So he's, that guy's going to be a huge impact for us again this year.
Well, Coach, we're going to let you go get better. We'll catch up with you later on in the season. But good luck today.
Appreciate it, Sean. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. You've heard it before, sports fans. Football games are not won on Friday night. They're won on a Tuesday afternoon when you and your comrades are laying it all on the line to get better for the upcoming season. And I think these 6 teams got a little bit better here this Tuesday. It's going to be a long summer, but 912 Sports will bring you all the summer workout action. I'm Sean Smoke reporting for On Air with 912 Sports.
High schoolers, did you know that you can get a head start on your college career and save money at the same time through dual enrollment at Coastal Pines Technical College? Dual enrollment is open to high school juniors and seniors, tuition free. Talk to your high school counselor or visit coastalpines.edu for more information. Coastal Pines Technical College, an equal opportunity institution. Go Coastal.
At Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery, you don't have to be an athlete to get the region's best orthopedic care. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons and physicians treat injuries and conditions that affect just about any joint or bone in your body. Plus, we're backed by the support of Southeast Georgia Health System. From fracture repair to joint replacement, Summit Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Surgery will get you moving again. Call 1-855-ASK-SGHS. That's 1-855-275-7447 or visit sghs.org/summit.
It makes sense Prime South Bank would have a great mobile app. Nobody is as mobile as our customers. For a century, they've chased dreams, followed their hearts, took the road less taken, made a new path, taken leaps of faith. At Prime South, offering the latest digital banking, secure pay apps, and new online lending is part of a mobile tradition that goes way back. Life is mobile. So is Prime South. Find your Prime. Member FDIC.
Good evening, Southeast Georgia sports fans. I'm Kevin Price reporting once again for On Air with 912 Sports. As summer workouts kicked off last week for the Glenn Academy football team, the Red Terrors also held their annual youth camp at the practice fields on campus. For 3 days last week, dozens of young players scattered across the grass field next to Glenn's new artificial turf field as they went through drills under the direction of GA head football coach Rocky Hidalgo, several assistants, and also several GA football players who were there helping their own coaches coach the kids. The young players tackled blocking dummies as they learned the art of tackling. They also learned the proper blocking techniques. They ran through passing and catching drills like quarterbacks and receivers, and also worked through running drills as they carried the football like a cat-quick tailback coming out of the offensive backfield. The kids seemed to be having fun as they rotated through all the stations and appeared to be absorbing the coaching like sponges as they went from drill to drill. During a break in one of the morning sessions, we caught up with Glenn's head man, Coach Rock, to talk about the camp and what the Terrors tried to teach the young guys during their time on the Red Terrors practice field.
All right, Coach Rock, so tell me about the youth camp. It seems to be at this same juncture of the early summer schedule every year. Does that just kind of work for y'all?
Early in the summer so we can kind of focus on the football team once we kind of get rolling around.
And tell me about what y'all do. I mean, obviously a lot of drill work was going on out there when I was out there. Is it drill work and kind of competition, a mixture?
Yeah, a lot of competition, but what we try to do is get every camper an opportunity to play pretty much every position. So everybody rotates around from wide receivers, offensive line, quarterbacks. We want especially the young kids to get a chance to experience football as a whole. Eventually, some guy's going to have to put his hand on the ground and get dirty, and we know that, but maybe he gets a chance to catch some passes during football game.
Now talk about the drills y'all do with the kids. I mean, is it some of the same stuff y'all do with your high school kids actually?
It's what we call our EDD, our everyday drill progression. So it is the same thing. We'll start with stance and starts, footwork. So much of football is about footwork. People try to rush past those things, but if you don't have a good base, everything's going to get kind of out of whack.
And some of the stuff y'all do, is it stuff that kids can really take and go home and do on their own, either with their best friend or maybe with their dad or a couple of friends, a couple of people involved?
Some of it is you can take and do it in the backyard, especially some of the footwork stuff. But a kid can get in the mirror and and look at his footwork, look at his stance. If we've done a good job coaching him, he should understand kind of where his hand placement is, where his feet needs to be.
Now, obviously, these kids, you would think maybe some of them at least are going to come to high school here one day. Your high school team's out here going through their first week of summer practice. I mean, do y'all talk about high school with these kids one day and maybe the Red Terrors and all that kind of good stuff?
I mean, everything we talk about here is Red Terrors, but we don't talk about where you're going to high school. I mean, by the time some of these kids are in high school, I'm gonna be in a retirement home, Kevin. I'll be your age by then. Heck, so we send our kids out on the field with them when we're done working out to go out, have some fun, play some football. It's a lot of fun for everybody. Our kids enjoy working the camp and being around those little kids, and those little kids look up to our kids and gives them a face to cheer for on Friday night when they come out and see the Red
Terrors. Play it loud and rev it up. Robbie Robertson's got trucks built for tough.
Make your way to Robbie Robertson Ford in Waycross, where the deals are bigger than ever. Looking for a stylish midsize car, a spacious SUV, or a truck that performs at work and play? Robbie Robertson wants your vehicle and is paying top dollar. Now is the time to buy. Fords are cheaper in the swamp.
Gibson Animal Clinic is ready to help with your animals. From cats to dogs to horses, we treat them all. Call on us for grooming, bathing, boarding, and more serious things like surgery, dentistry, spay, neuter, immunizations, heartworm prevention, flea control, complete lab testing, radiology, preventive health care. Call us at 285-7678. Open Saturdays for your convenience. Gibson Animal Clinic. Practical solutions with reasonable fees. Russell J. Gibson, DVM.
Gibson Animal Clinic, 108 Riverside Drive, Waycross.
Hablamos español en nuestra clínica.
This has been a presentation of 912 Sports.